Nope. Yep. She is going up to 98 kilos. The order of lifters will thus change. We'll still have Marissa and Ali, but Ali now becomes the lifter, opening at 97 kilos. Although there's Mike Gatone, one of the American coaches. He's making a change for number 6.
Looks like 99 is what he's putting in there for Ali.
Correct.
Everyone's changed.
And you know they are
97. Excuse me. Go ahead, Show.
I was just going to say they're at the bottom of the pack here, but it's also very tightly packed.
Yes.
Therefore, they're gonna need to come out and make some lifts. You never know what's going to happen. There's only 7 competitors right here, so
those are the 3 key words. Make some lifts.
Make some lifts. Absolutely critical.
Doesn't matter where you start. Matters where you finish. Best snatch in the B group, 102.
So keep an eye on that. And right now, we are going to start this with the opening attempt of Marissa Klinkseis, 98 kilos.
Good lift off, Marissa.
It's the 3rd time that the 30-second buzzer has broken this weekend. You can hear it running continuously.
Squeeze. Good girl.
Doesn't bother her.
Not at all. Good lift for Klinkseis. And this is the 3rd time she's competing at 90 kilos. The first time she tried it was at the Senior Nationals, and it didn't go so well. She didn't have this kind of snappiness. She didn't have this kind of movement. And ultimately, she did bomb out in that clean and jerk. Now, 3 times in, I think she knows how to get the feel for it. That looked terrific.
That opening snatch looked great. Ali Ludwig coming out right now. This is her first Worlds, you said?
Yes, technically her first international competition. She was named to the Pan Am team, lifted as an extra, but it was not an official performance.
99 kilos.
It's pretty good.
Daryl, what do you think?
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. She looked a little hesitant, but she got the jitters out. She got that first one on the board, and that's a huge weight off her shoulders. Pardon the pun.
Ali from California, lives in California, in Southern California, trains with Waxman's Gym. And they are here in force to support her, and happy with that opener with 99.
Yeah, I thought it looked very good. You know, first lift as an official athlete in an international competition, probably some jitters.
And it means a lot having your friends and family here. My favorite competitions were the ones that they could come see me perform at, and it helps.
Did you have a Junior Worlds in Savannah?
Sure did, 1999. And yeah, it was an incredible event, and I really, I mean, the hometown crowd, you can't, there's nothing that beats that. So hopefully these ladies can use that energy to their advantages.
All right, so now here is Lo Yingwan of Taipei.
Pointing to the elbows, indicating
perhaps a bad arm lock or inability to fully extend her arms.
Now she is just off being a junior. We don't have any junior competitors in this group. We do have a couple athletes who were juniors last year. So first year as a senior, full senior athlete.
So that treads dangerously on the line of unable to extend versus soft.
Right.
Tough to say, right? Now the center judge said soft. The two sides.
See that?
Yeah. Now you don't have to lock out, but the elbows still cannot move. And the center judge spotted that little wiggle, and the jury actually looks like they're conferring now.
Right away they called them back.
Yeah, the judges are out of their chairs and they're having a chat about it. So
I think it's going to be turned over.
We'll see, and that wasn't even a long deliberation. And Cheryl, to your point, you don't have to fully extend your arm, but wherever it hits, it must stay.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
So there's a stop.
And the technical controller is walking over with the decision to And there's the decision.
Yeah.
So take a look at this right there.
That foot, yeah. She can't allow the barbell to sink back down. She must hold whatever position she receives the barbell in and not allow for that little drop right there.
Yeah, and you talk about the slight movements that we've been seeing called for press outs over the course of the week. But Cheryl, right there, you clearly see the bar descend a little bit more.
About 2 or 3 inches. And she's going to fix that, and it's enough. And this is something that she deals with regularly. So she's going to come out and just tighten up a little bit faster. It certainly looks light enough for her.
All right, so 100 kilos stays on the bar for Lo Yingwan. She is back out quickly.
Now, do we know her best competition results, JP?
She has made 95, tried 101 a couple of times. She's made 105 at the Universiade, earlier this summer.
Okay, so operating right around near her best.
Better?
And that was much better. Absolutely. That's the one she wanted to do to start out with.
Should have no problem. 3 white lights there.
And you'll notice on the replay when she receives the barbell, the difference between that first and this next attempt, not moving.
Yeah. And actually, her lockout isn't that terrible. Interesting that she alerts the judges to it, because it looks pretty good to me.
I had the same thought, actually, but she seems to get called on it often enough to want to point that out. And when she comes out on the stage.
This means the lifter becomes Marissa Klingseis unless they elect to move up, but it looks like she is in the staging area. There is Dennis Sneathen, coach.
As experienced as they come.
Yeah, Dennis was a head coach on many teams I was a part of, including the Olympics. Certainly in good hands.
So Marissa has snatched 102 kilos at this body weight. She did it in September at the AO3, where she secured the total that ultimately put her on this team. She did that on a 3rd attempt. Here she is trying it on her 2nd at the World Championships.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
He looks
Very,
happy
very
about
nice.
that.
And this is the best we've seen Marissa Klingseis look, at least through 2 attempts, since the 2016 Olympic trials.
Yeah, yeah.
She's quick, she's strong.
And she is just, really fearless and aggressive in getting into that bottom position, and you can just see the rebound back up.
Right.
Really moved under that weight, and I will say though that I think if she wants to add more, gonna have to get a little more height and acceleration on that bar.
I agree.
He caught it right where she
Yeah.
did it.
She scooted out from under the bar slightly. I didn't see that backing away from bar in the first attempt, but if she corrects, she's certainly good for her next attempt for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so now we are back to Ali Ludwig, 103 kilos. This is her 2nd attempt, successful with 99 on her opener.
Oh, you know what? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That doesn't upset me at all. She needs to come a little more vertical, maybe a little looping there. Really interested to see the replay, but that looked powerful.
Very
that
strong.
looked better than the first attempt, as far as I'm concerned. Just a little swing around, maybe.
Yeah.
So Ali has done 102.
And you saw her nodding her head after she missed that attempt. She knows exactly what she did incorrectly, and she's going to come back and make that.
Looks like Gatone is going to move her up, and we often say that's a terrible move, but I think the way she missed that weight, it's actually not a bad idea.
Right.
And sometimes you can tell by the reaction of the lifter. So as Cheryl mentioned, Ali's reaction there was, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah. I know what I did.
So it looks like that was a declaration for Ali. So she is going to stick with that 103.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, Lo Yingwan, 3rd attempt.
No.
Just a little pulled over there.
So she's credited with her second attempt, 100 kilos. Has that moving in. That is currently 6th place in the snatch because of the attempts made in the B group, and that's probably only going to get worse. Right now, USA's Ali Ludwig coming out for her 3rd attempt. She's sticking with 103 kilos. International competition debut. Incredibly strong, very powerful second attempt. I think she's got this.
Tight.
Good save.
Very good.
Wow.
And that's a good lift from Ali Ludwig. That wanted to go back.
That was great.
So used to being a teammate, I gotta bite my tongue. I want to yell and scream and get crazy. Yeah, that was very nice. She did have that like lateral kind of backward movement a little bit, but was slight, and she did exactly what she needed to do, which was sit down there, lock down, wait for that barbell to come back over her center of gravity and rise, and that's what she did.
So a personal best 103 kilo 3rd attempt effort there from Ali Ludwig. And now Marissa Klinkseis is calling for 105. This will put her on the bar. So,
but first, Ecuador's Nieve, one of your former competitors.
Former competitors right there. I have looked into those eyes many times.
105 on the bar. This would put her into 1st place in the snatch.
so she has been to 9 senior worlds.
Wow. Apparently she took 90 kilos just before coming out as a warm-up. Wow.
So explosive.
Yeah.
So powerful. She makes lifts happen.
Very, very strong. So 105 gets on the board. And
Foot
a little out
almost
of place.
slipped there, yeah. And this is very cool to see. You know, she's a very experienced lifter, but over the course of her career, which goes back a long way, you know, she's historically weighed 94, 92, 97, you know, in there. This weight class was built for her.
Yeah.
And to see her maybe get a benefit of that.
I love it. It's
You know,
great.
All right, so now Klinkseis, 105 kilos. This will be her 3rd and final attempt in the snatch competition. If successful, this will move her into 2nd behind Nieve.
There you go.
Look at that. Best of the 3.
Sorry, there I go screaming into the microphone again. I couldn't help myself. Now she made that
Actually applauding.
I am. I love this girl so much. She's just so sweet. And look at that snatch. She comes out here. She makes the correction, the adjustment she needs. She stays underneath the barbell.
Look at that.
Just a little bit wiggly on the recovery, but she's getting used to a new body weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a difference when you're trying to stabilize weight over your head and you don't have as many kilos down there as you used to.
So 3 for 3 for her, and what's really encouraging about it for Marissa Klinkseis is that this is the first time we're seeing her with real snap and energy at this body weight. So that's a terrific series, and
Very impressive.
if she can carry this over to the clean and jerk, she's a gamer.
Yeah, very good position.
All right, so now this is going to change. We have Nieve. There's the change. All right, so now 108 kilos is being called for Fernanda Valdez.
And this
She's
weight
moved up.
class, ooh, got a lot of bumping going around.
good chance here that
looks like
Saladina moves up. Yeah,
I think
so
Santana is going to be the athlete, or maybe 2, Valdez.
Valdez.
And that's the case, yep. Chile's Valdez coming out now for her first attempt, 109 kilos.
both Santana and Valdez have moved to 109, but Valdez has the lower start number, which means she is out first, and Santana is on deck. '16 Olympian at 75 kilos.
That looked good. Cheryl?
You know what? I just had a flashback of Agata Robo from Poland lifting.
Former world champion.
Former world champion, an incredible super heavyweight that I also competed against, but she looks an awful lot like this girl. That technique, just unwavering, just solid from head to toe, and she absolutely smashed that opening attempt.
Yeah, solid. I think that is about the best way to describe it.
Yeah, no wiggling, no nothing. She absolutely is under control of that barbell.
All right, so now here is Crismary Santana of the Republic, of the Dominican Republic. This is her second senior worlds. Historically a 75 kilo lifter, so she too has moved up. Her best ever is 104.
Wow.
113, excuse me. And I
Wow.
don't think we're going to be saying that for too long.
You can, that hip shot is actually audible
Yeah.
from this booth. I hope
Through
you
the
guys
headphone.
can hear it. Yeah.
Through the headphone.
And you can hear the change on the barbell and the actual weights rattle, and that's power.
Yeah.
She gets it in there, and she absolutely nails it.
Again, JP, you said, you know, she was a 75 kilo athlete. There were a few other 75 kilo athletes. This was the class I've been wanting for years.
Specifically
Really,
90 kilos.
I was rooting for 90. I know there was talk of 85 for the women, 86. I think 90 is really a great category.
All right, so now we are back to Saladina Neva. Second attempt, 109 kilos. This is a 4 kilo jump.
That was nice.
That's pretty good.
That was really nice. You know, Cheryl, you said you've stared into those eyes in competition
Yes.
before. And
Yes, I have.
she looks like a competitor there.
She is. She is. She gives absolutely nothing away. And to y'all's point about the 90 kilo weight class, honestly, it's not lost on a true super heavyweight. I'm usually between 130 and 140 kilos. I take no satisfaction in beating somebody in a competition that's 30 and 40 kilos lighter than
Oh, I'm
me.
sure you
So-
take satisfaction in beating all your competitors.
Well, I mean, that's true, but I kind of feel bad for the small ones.
Well, and that's why the class is so nice, because you were between a rock and a hard place. If you weighed around 80, 85 kilos, what did you do? Or really between 85 and 90 kilos.
Well, in Neva's case, she weighed 93, 94 quite often. So that's not a dramatic weight cut. That's,
yeah,
you know.
no. But in the supers, you were always going to give up in the clean and jerk, probably.
Yeah.
You just didn't have the mass to really pull out the big. Tatiana Kashirina, who's a current world record holder in this category, when she weighed 94 kilos, could snatch with the best of them, could not hang with the super heavy women in the clean and jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly helps.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of shifting around. These athletes know that every lift here is probably going to be a medal.
And in this case, there are 4 lifters remaining. 2 of them are on second attempts.
3 of them
Neva-
are going to have medals.
Yeah, exactly. Neva is on a third attempt, and we haven't seen Gottfried yet. And you got to think that sitting up at 118, she's going to try to drop down as she needs to.
Yeah.
And what Saladina Neva is going to do here is stick this 112 and wait to see if anybody else misses.
Yep.
So this is her third attempt, 112 kilos. Made 105 and 109.
Yes, it was. What did I tell you? She comes out here. Gravity is afraid of her. She is absolutely smashing this, and that was that. I agree with you, David. I think that was her best attempt.
Look at that. Right to where she wanted it.
She's
Beautiful.
a competitor. Her coach put it on the bar. She trusts her coach. She knows her job is to be a machine and to go out there and make lifts.
Man, that was really a pleasure to watch. Those 3 attempts, fantastic.
All right, so now we are back to Valdez. Fernanda Valdez, second attempt, 113 kilos.
Opener was very, very solid.
Just left it out a bit forward, tried to make the correction.
Yeah. Very strong. I think she can come back and make that, but
Yeah, I think she can. She doesn't need to get discouraged.
Let's see if Crismary Santana takes this 113 or burns her 2-minute clock.
And
Looks like
Taking
she's
it.
going to take it.
yeah.
Good move. It'll put her into the lead.
And Nieve Arroyo is just listening. She is not going to need to watch any of this to know exactly what happens. Hang on, hang on. Wow.
That was a fight.
That deserves an applause, gentlemen. I'm sorry. I got to clap.
Yeah, no need to apologize. She's earned the applause of a 3-time Olympian.
I would have blown out
Olympic
both of my
medalist.
elbows.
This
in
is
front of everyone.
crazy.
This is impressive. Look at that. A little bit of a duck walk.
Then she leans back.
Yeah.
Then she stabilizes. Then she stands. I mean, come on.
Only 22 years old as well. Just a couple of years off being a junior, already seasoned enough to know how to save a lift a little out of place.
And she is guaranteed a medal with that effort. We will find out what color. She does have another attempt.
Yeah.
We're back to Valdez. Foot slipped.
Foot is slipping. You see that? Oh, goodness.
So she's in bronze position currently, but if Anastasia Hartfried of Georgia makes one lift, she's out.
So what that means, and just watch this recovery, that right foot goes away, so slides away. So what that means is,
Wow. Nieve gets a medal. Guaranteed a medal. Right now sitting in silver. Otherwise,
40 years old.
40 years old, earned medals at the World Championship.
That is great. All right, so now Crismary Santana, third attempt, 115 kilos. She is currently in the lead. This will move her a couple of kilos ahead. 3, in fact, over Nieve Arroyo.
Just a little too much, I think.
Yeah, I think she got everything she could out of that 113.
Right.
Can't be disappointed with that. She's guaranteed a medal.
Now, Hartfried has to make these lifts. Nothing's guaranteed, and she did bump down, JP, like you suggested, and I think that's a good move. No need to snatch 118 kilos to make you the world champion. If 116 kilos will do it.
So we are down to our final competitor of this women's 90-kilo category, Anastasia Hartfried of Georgia, 116 kilos. If she's successful here on this opener, guaranteed gold medal in the snatch. And then she'll have 2 attempts to open up as wide a lead as possible. And no surprise, this session is moving quickly.
Yeah. Let's see. Among her coaching staff is Olympic champion in 04, Georgie Asanidze, good person to have in your corner.
And a strong opener. All right, she clinches it.
That looked good. That looked good. So there's your snatch gold medalist. Very easy, I'd say.
She's going to keep going up here and milk the snatches. Probably not do anything too crazy. She's going to want to just add to that lead so she doesn't have to do a massive clean and jerk later.
Yeah. Going to follow herself. She's got a 2-minute clock. That means she is our snatch gold medalist. Silver medal, Santana of Dominican Republic, and then Nieve in the bronze medal place.
That's good to see.
So this is a 4-kilo jump, not a surprise. And Anastasia Gottfried is, I think, situating herself nicely to be a piece of weightlifting history, or at least trivia.
The first and maybe last 90 kilo. We'll see. A lot of competition left, but again, this is the first 90 kilo class at a Senior Worlds. Might be the last, so interesting moment of history and or trivia that we are.
But you have to think, if she can make, and she has 2 attempts left before I even say this, but if she can make a 120, it's going to be awfully difficult to out clean and jerk her by 8 kilos.
Yeah.
Because that's the separation. She'll have a 7-kilo lead. And this is the person that she'll have it over, Chris Mary Santana. And, I think you're asking a lot.
Isn't that possible? Gottfried?
Yes.
That Dennis Gottfried of Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Very good weightlifter. And the guy in the hat is, of course, Georgie Asanidze, 2004 Olympic gold medalist.
I think she just told one of her coaches to stop messing up her hair.
So here she comes, Anastasia Gottfried of Georgia. Second attempt, 120 kilos. Opener at 116 was very strong. Oh, and he's steady, and she does.
A little bit.
Oh, no, 2-1.
I wonder where it happened.
I was wondering about that, because it was on the right side. I don't know if you guys see it from our angle, and where those judges called for the red light is that right arm.
Yeah.
That flick as she punched out is where you thought you saw it?
There's a lot of shoulder, too. Again, okay, I think from this angle, I don't blame the judge on this side.
I think that's probably the right call. An unfortunate call, but.
And it's hard to explain this in a way that makes sense visually to somebody maybe not familiar with the sport of weightlifting, because you look at that and you see a great effort, which it was.
Yeah.
And you think, well, of course that's a good lift, but the state of officiating and judging lifts right now is one of a very strict approach, and it is a known rule that you cannot bend and rebend the elbow. You cannot extend the arm after the body has reached its lowest point. And even if it is a small movement, which is what you saw there, it will get called.
And honestly, I think it's safer for the lifters to be held to certain standards.
That's part of the reason why?
Yeah, exactly. And again, and even as a weightlifter, you want her to have that attempt because of the great effort, and it was pretty good. But yeah, she's just got to regroup and come out here and stick it like she did that first one.
Gold medal regardless of outcome, but Anastasia Gottfried wants to put this away.
Same weight, 120 kilos.
There you
And
go.
that was it.
There you
that
go.
was it. Yeah.
And then when you see her come back and do that, you go, oh, okay. So maybe that second attempt wasn't that great. But that's how you do it.
She travels with good company and she lifts big weights. This is a gold medal effort. And there is no doubt about that.
None whatsoever.
Very nice. And there is our snatch gold medalist, Anastasia Hotfried of Georgia. 120 kilo snatch on her third attempt. Comfortable lead going into the clean and jerk. There is our silver medalist, Chris Marie Santana of the Dominican Republic. And there is our bronze medalist, Oliva Nieve.
Keeping the dream alive.
Yeah. So as you age out, you either commentate weightlifting or win medals at the World. I know what the three of us are doing, and I know what she's doing. Right. Excellent work.
Feeling very lazy all of a sudden, but that's okay.
There's still time to take a weight. And maybe they'll let you in as an extra competitor.
Hey, not as 90 kilos, I know that much. Going to be about 110 plus.
There is our silver medalist. Now she is listed with a pretty high clean and jerk, 134. We've got several women asking for in the 135 to 137 range. So we're going to see a fight for the total medal.
Yeah, and the other thing here is with 7 lifters, we get a 10-minute break between the snatch and the clean and jerk. I mean, this is a quick turnaround.
Exactly. These ladies are already warming up for the clean and jerk. Every once in a while, depending on how many people there are, you get to sit and take a break, not just go around.
So here are our results in the snatch competition for the women's 90 kilo category.
Anastasia Hotfried, first place, 120. Chris Marie Santana, 113 in second. Oliva Nieve, 112 in third. So we have 14 competitors total in this.
27, which I think moves her into a spot that would secure some stipend money. So there's some strategy with this choice.
Get up. Big drive. Lots of legs. Squeeze, Allie, squeeze.
I like that.
Nicely done. So with that lift, secures her first
Good lift.
international
Ludwig,
meet total.
124 kilos.
Very nicely done there.
125 kilos now. The athlete from
227.
Ecuador, Celadina Nieva.
Currently in second place.
This is
There's
her
one
first
athlete in the
attempt.
B group who
Ludwig
totaled
next.
more. 234.
So that would secure, or at least guarantee, if everybody in this session placed above her, she'd be guaranteed 8th.
Exactly.
And U.S. lifters, as mentioned, are incentivized to place in the top 8. So
Exactly.
that gets that done. And now we have Celadina Neva of Ecuador, bronze medalist in the snatch, opening with 125 kilos.
Clean looks good.
Solid. Good.
Good lift. Nieva, 125 kilos.
All right, and similar to
Boulders,
what we saw
125
in the
kilos now.
beginning of the contest, there were 3
Second
lifters
attempt.
that were going back and forth.
USA, Ali Ludwig.
Good.
Nieva
Everything
next
about that was
at a
good.
higher weight.
Just for now. She's going to get Marissa's
Loaders, 126 kilos now.
So what I think is going to happen is a little
The
bit
clock
of
ran
going
on
back and
Ludwig,
forth.
so Nieva has just 1 minute for this attempt.
There is Coach Mike Catone on the
Ecuador.
left, discussing strategy.
She wants more. Loaders,
Ali
127
Ludwig
kilos.
keeping herself calm and warm
Marissa
in the back.
Klingseitz First attempt, United
Looks
States
like
of
the
America,
lifter right now
127
might be
kilos.
Marissa Klingside.
No, I think there's a change
Yeah.
that just went in for
That
Marissa.
was athlete number 4 on the card, so a change.
Klingside has moved
Yeah.
up.
30.
Klingside's moving up to
127 kilos
130.
now.
And
Ali
Ludwig is going to move up
USA,
too.
second
I
attempt.
doubt she'll take a
Klingside
3 kilo
Moving
change.
up as well, yeah.
So there's that change, 128.
Floaters
But that's
more
going to be
weight,
the weight.
please.
So no one
128
else is asking
kilos.
for
Ali
that weight or
Ludwig,
less.
second
And so
attempt.
here is Ali Ludwig.
Athletes aren't getting as much rest time as they used to with the changing of the weights because these small plates slide right on the outside of the barbell, but it's enough.
And attack. It's all you, buddy. You got this. Get up, get up, get up. Okay. Lots of legs, big drive.
Wow.
Very nice.
Love the way that sounds.
Yes.
The foot against the platform.
Yes.
Snap
Really
right
aggressive.
Good lift.
A good jerk
128
has a certain,
kilos,
a great
Ludwig.
jerk has a certain
Yeah.
snap
Floaters,
to it.
It does because it's all about
kilos
doing
now.
it exactly the same
From
every
Chinese
single
Taipei,
time. The jerk is
Lo
all about
Ying
rhythm
Wong.
and timing and
First
not necessarily
attempt.
about strength at all.
Ludwig, USA next.
And
Excellent work.
And
Nice
Ali's
job.
best ever is 134, I think. So you have to think she's going to track toward that.
I'm guessing maybe another 4-kilo increase, a 132.
She's done 30. Excuse me. She's done 32. She's tried 35. So either way,
32
this
at
is a
match
spot
for
here.
Yeah.
Yingwan Lo from Chinese Taipei, pointing at the elbows again. We want to watch for that lockout.
Only made one snatch, 100 kilos on their second attempt.
Looks like she should be good there. A little crash, a little bit of timing of
Good
an
lift.
issue on the
Whoa,
clean, but
129
it
kilos.
was
Staying with
According to the
129
rules.
kilos. Ali
Yeah,
Ludwig,
and Cheryl,
USA.
right there.
when you say
Third and
crash, you mean
final
right
attempt.
there.
right.
To be
And,
followed
and
by
what that means
Klingside.
is that the lifter's body
Also
hits the
USA
bottom
at
position
a higher
before
weight.
the bar gets there.
Right. Ideally, you don't want that happen. The level of efficiency generally, especially at this level, the barbell
130
is
kilos
meeting the
loaders.
athlete at the chest and you're just kind of gliding down together. But that comes with repetition and timing and years of doing cleaner jerks.
All right, so now we have Marissa Klingside for her opening attempt, 130 kilos. In her last competition, she opened with
Leave it
127
out there.
and
Attack
made it
this, buddy.
Do we know what her best is?
at this body weight, 127.
Okay. And as a super?
Ooh, up in the 40s. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 45.
Yeah.
Salt Lake last year when she won nationals at the Olympic trial, the combined meet.
Let's go. Come on, Marissa. I said we trained our ass off.
Come on, buddy.
I know.
Keep it in close.
Get up.
Straight
Big
dip.
drive.
Straight dip.
Squeeze on it.
I like her jerk a lot.
Yeah.
That's another girl who's got good timing and rhythm, and she
Good lift.
doesn't waste an ounce of strength on the jerk.
Same thing. You heard the slap of the shoe against the platform. Very nice timing and rhythm, as you noted.
The
Clean was
athlete
okay.
will be Selena
Maybe crashed on her
Nieva.
just a little bit, but she really moved under the bar.
And I really like the jerk a lot because if you're doing it correctly, you can get away with lifting a lot of weight and really not using very much energy.
Momentum.
Yeah, momentum, and I mean, you need the leg strength and the hip strength and the technique, but it's like the snatch in that way, as far as I'm concerned. When you hit that perfect snatch, even if it's a max effort, it's going to feel like nothing at all.
I think you mentioned earlier when we were commentating another session, you like a shorter, faster dip as opposed to a slower dip. Is that correct?
Correct, absolutely correct.
She's from Ecuador.
And you'll notice as this barbell gets loaded heavier, the women's barbell, there's a lot of flexion that happens in bouncing.
Here is Ecuador's
Celadina Neva. Second attempt, 130.
looked a little heavy.
There you go.
But not in the jerk.
And you'll notice, like I was saying, the barbell flexing. If you use that to your advantage, if you unlock the knees, stop, change direction, that barbell's going to flex, and you just send it right back the other way. She's a good example of how you do that.
And you see that happening right there. And the rule is that the lifter must become motionless before attempting the jerk. The bar can continue to move, and that's exactly what just happened.
Right, and oftentimes all it takes is an athlete taking a deep breath, and you can get that barbell wiggling again.
Third and final attempt.
All right, so now we're sitting on an automatic increase. That will move. That 131 will not hold up. If she goes at least as far as 133, it will bring out Ludwig. And the change is going in right now. Once this switches, there's the 33. So Ali Ludwig is the lifter at 133. She is sitting in that holding area there, and it does look like she's going to come take this.
Come on, Allie.
She currently sits in
Warriors,
fourth
buddy.
place
Leave it out
with
there.
3 athletes
All you got,
yet to
Allie.
come.
Attack this thing.
I don't think she's going to be on the podium, but this would be a personal best in competition, correct?
Absolutely.
And this is where to do it.
And this is a 5-kilo jump. She's already made 4 attempts. This is her first World Championships. This is a momentum-building effort.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of legs, Allie. Big drive up. Squeeze.
Kind of short-stepped it.
A little bit of
Just a
tensed
little.
up the arms, too, in the dip.
No leg.
Yeah.
Ludwig, 133
Very strong, clean,
kilos.
incredibly talented young
Walters,
woman.
134
Really looking forward to
kilos
seeing
now.
her in upcoming competitions.
At some
Dominican
point,
Republic.
no matter who
This is
you
her
are and
first
how
attempt
good
at the
you
clean
are
and jerk.
at jerking,
Should be
your
followed
brain is
by
playing
clean
tricks on you right
size.
now, and it's telling
USA
Allie that
at
something
the
has
same
to
weight.
change. This technique's not going to work anymore, but you have to maintain confidence
Yeah.
and stick that rhythm.
Santana's moved up.
So
134 kilos is the weight.
a 231-kilo finish for Ali Ludwig, 4 for 6. Made 6 very nice attempts, I think. Absolutely proved she belonged on this team.
Great
huge.
competition.
And it's always fun to see. And now we are back to Marissa
Come on, Marissa,
Klingsize.
let's go.
Second
Second
attempt.
attempt, 134 kilos.
She has been absolutely attacking these weights.
Yeah, great day in the snatch. 3 for 3. 98, 102, 105
Let's go, buddy.
on her third attempt. Currently has a 235 total.
Good lift off. Chest up.
Keep it in, elbows up quick.
Get up.
To fight a little bit to the
To adjust, get some air.
Hold on.
Hang on. Wow. Yes,
So
ma'am.
Klingsize digs through 134 kilos.
Yes, ma'am.
It comes
Size
out
134 kilos.
with 3 white lights. That was a grind and a great effort.
And
Take
you
a
can
look
tell
at
she loves it too.
Yeah.
She loves this pressure. She loves having to make these lifts, and she's doing it.
From Georgia.
But then to your point, Cheryl,
Godfrey.
trust the technique on that jerk.
Yep.
Doesn't change a thing. It just gets better.
She
from that
takes her
first.
time. She does how she knows how to jerk, and it works.
I really love that position that
Yeah.
she hits.
Right now, Celadina Nieve, third and final attempt. She too made all 3 snatches. 105, 109, 112. Now coming out for 134. She's got a 242 total.
This will cap off a perfect 6-for-6 day if she can make it.
She didn't look worried for a second. Interesting that red light. I didn't see anything from this angle, but that center judge certainly did.
Just a little bit of softness on her right arm, maybe.
135 kilos.
Just a touch, just a touch. And still, what an astonishing day. 6 for 6.
Good
Showing
for
us
her.
that
Very, very happy for her.
you can be a top weightlifter at any age.
Yep.
Really inspiring. I might take the headset off and go train now.
I know. I'll be there with you.
So now here is the gold medalist from the snatch portion of the competition, 120 kilos. Anastasia Gottfried won that. Here she is with 135 kilos to open her clean and jerk series.
Very dynamic clean.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed.
So basically what she's doing is she's coming out here with confidence, going ahead and starting the competition and just going to hang with the pack and stay one step or exactly ahead, as far ahead as she needs as a result of being so far ahead in the snatch.
And there are a couple of reasons for that, Cheryl. One of them is that she does have the benefit of effectively an 8-kilo lead because somebody would need to out clean and jerk her by that much. The other is that she has lot number or start number 1, which means that she does not have the benefit of the order of lifting in her favor.
Correct.
So this allows her to just get out in ahead and just force people to make decisions.
Right, right. And basically the move is now these other ladies, they got to start making their clean and jerks now.
All right, so now we will go to Lo Ying-Wan. This is her second attempt, 6-kilo jump from her opener with 129.
A lot of that crashing again.
Yeah.
Now she did have some wait around time between her first and the second attempt.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've seen her, and we talk about this quite often. What do you do when you know you've got all that time? Now she's gonna, you know what? She went from having too much time
to having none.
Clock's running on Klingsize.
Klingsize has moved up, burned her 2-minute clock.
Now, third and final attempt.
And now Lo Ying-Wan back at the lifter, and she has just over 50 seconds on her clock unless she elects to move up.
And she just racked that barbell and put it back down, so she didn't try to stand up.
Yeah, didn't do too
burn up
much.
too much energy.
Yeah.
So it's possible that she can come back out here, but it looks like they're going in for a change.
Unless that's just a declaration.
No, that's a change. Yeah, and you're going to see this tick past 30 seconds. Yeah. The buzzer just went off, but the change was made on the card prior to the 30 seconds, so they'll give it to her. And what'll happen is the order of lifting will go back in her favor. So now if Chris Mary Santana elects to move up, there will be a new clock. But it looks like Chris Mary Santana will take this. So first attempt, 136 kilos coming for the lifter from the Dominican Republic.
This is our snatch silver medalist, 113 kilos in the snatch on her second attempt.
Arriba, pecho.
That's a nice jerk. Clean seemed a tiny bit forward to me.
Yeah.
Just slightly. Just slightly. That was pretty good. The Chilean competitor is still yet to come out, but she is scheduled for 137 kilos. Let's see if...
Chile. Floaters, 137 kilos, 300 pounds.
Dominican Republic is making a change. More declaration. Team Chile looks like they were making a change as well.
Yes.
She's moved up.
Well,
137 kilos.
Yeah.
Valdez of Chile can open with this. It makes sense, I guess, if you want to do that. But keep in mind, for Valdez to catch up to the leader, oh no, that's 255. So for Valdez to move into second, she needs 141.
Okay. Right now, USA's Marissa Klingsheis. She has had a great day so far. 3 snatches, ending with 105. 2 clean and jerks in, 130, 134. Now 3 kilo increase, 137. Team USA behind her. Olympian Cheryl Hayworth applauding as well.
I feel pretty confident. No, I mean that this is the right way. Oh, yeah.
That's a nice attempt.
It is.
It's a nice attempt. You know, it's a heavy weight for her at this body weight. It's all brand new. And man, what a heck of a day Marissa has had. She has to be proud about her performance. And it looks as if she is. She deserves it.
She's currently sitting in 4th place. That is likely to change, but as you noted, JP, well within that top 8 finish.
Yes.
Which is important for the American finishers.
So Lo Ying Wan is the lifter. This is her 3rd and final attempt. She was successful with her opening weight of 129, missed 135, and elected to move up 2 kilos to get some rest.
The 135 was not the most convincing attempt I've seen.
Hopefully she got out from under that.
Yeah.
Seems like she did. She'll be okay.
She looks okay.
Maybe just a little twist.
Yeah.
Slipping off a little bit, but
Theoretically, she's pulling that barbell high enough. It really just is an issue of timing for this lifter, I think. There's a lot of power.
Yeah.
See how high the barbell's actually coming. She probably doesn't need to pull it quite that high. And you see there the edge of the weight actually hit her foot. So hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, they'll get her checked out. I think she'll be fine. But, you know, again, we're seeing this a really rough miss, let's call it that, and then a decision to move up. And it's something of a theme that we've seen quite a bit of here, and you just wonder sometimes, I don't know. But
yeah.
right now, Chile's Maria Valdez.
She uses that oscillation nicely too. You can see this nice rhythm she's stuck, and that's solid. I think that's the only word for that, David.
And with that lift, she will guarantee a medal in the total. She has moved into 3rd place with a 247 kilo total, 2 attempts in hand. And this is going to be a nice little battle here for the end. The question is, can they catch up to Hotford if she cannot make any more clean and jerks? Because you got to figure if she makes another one, it's done.
That opening clean and jerk was, to quote Cheryl Hayworth, solid. Believe it. Now, I mean,
I'll
Chile's
think of another
Valdez.
word here. It's only a matter of time.
You know, you know what though? It's appropriate because with Hutfried, but also with Valdez, to whom you were referring, the catch upright with the torso. Very little movement, no collapsing, and I think solid. That's how you want to catch it. And as you were mentioning earlier, when we were commentating another session, in the jerk, the torso, you want that solid. If you don't have a solid platform on which to drive the jerk, it's all going to go south. $140 on the bar for Hutfried. That's good.
That's really good.
Now that
Probably seals this deal.
I think so. You know, you're at now. Stranger things have happened. We've seen athletes come back.
Yeah, people load whatever they need on the barbell to get. I mean, one of these athletes is going to wait long enough. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is when you see big clean and jerks sometimes come out of nowhere when you counted somebody out, right?
We've seen it, you know, last year at the Olympics in the 77 class. Everyone thought it was Liu Xiaoxin's to lose. He thought he was a lock, and then Rahimov of Kazakhstan comes out for a world record clean and jerk to win it. Kakiashvili, 92. Same thing.
Greatest comeback win of all time, I think, at the Olympics.
It happens. So I do think she's a bit untouchable right now, but won't say it's impossible. Right now, Chris Marie Santana, second attempt, 141. Would put her in first in the jerk.
Interesting.
Beautiful deadlift. Unfortunately,
no lift.
This is the clean and jerk.
Right. You got to at least, at this level, you got to at least try to get under the bar. I mean, even if it's a pray and dive, which I've done.
Pull in a prayer?
Yeah.
All right, so you've never clarked the bar?
Oh, I have. I have.
Just not at the world level.
You know what? I usually go with the
privacy of my own home.
Yeah, yeah. When nobody's looking, I clark the bar. No, I've done that at competitions. I mean, like I said earlier, David, when we were commentating this morning, very rarely have I ever approached the bar, and in the back of my mind somewhere, there's a doubt. Have I ever been able to climb back out of that hole?
Yeah.
You want to. You keep self-talk. You know, you keep telling yourself you can, but there's that little voice that says, no way, this is too heavy, and that's sometimes insurmountable.
Very interesting to hear from someone such as yourself who has competed and won at the highest levels.
Well, hopefully Chris Marie Santana can make that little voice say good things. She is back out here on a short clock.
Didn't do a lot of work on that first attempt, in fairness. Deadlifted, hopefully warm right now.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Good
That's
stuff.
the lift.
Yeah.
And that will move her into second in the clean and jerk. She's already in second in the total, and that makes...
That moves her into first in the clean and jerk. That was
First in the clean and
141.
jerk, right.
Second in the total, which is where she is likely to remain. Second or third.
And it forces Valdez to make a choice, either play for the clean and jerk medal, play for a total medal, but she's going to need a big jump here in order to get ahead to 255.
And Hutfried still has one attempt.
And she's at 260.
Yeah.
Valdez wants more than that. She'll have to wait.
So she's going to dare, Hutfried is going to dare Valdez to actually out clean and jerk her. She's going to come out, by all accounts, she's going to make this 145 kilos, and then the pressure's back on Valdez to snatch that, or take that gold medal away from her.
Great play. You do your thing here, and this would cap off a 5-for-6 performance. It would give her a 265 total. So it forces Valdez to make a decision of either go for the win in the clean and jerk or go for perhaps what she would need to overcome Santana. So let's see what Anastasia has for us here. Third attempt, 145 kilos.
First two lifts looked great.
she's just so strong. I was thinking that she can move a little too fast in the recovery in that jerk.
Yeah.
But her arms are so strong that she remains locked with the arms. And sometimes when you recover out of the jerk too soon, weird things can happen. But she, like I said, her shoulders and her arms are strong enough to keep that barbell stable overhead. She punches the ceiling and
Really
doesn't move.
So a 265 kilo total is the, you know, I just think that's insurmountable with 2 attempts here to go. And what's going to happen now is Valdez will take the weight she needs to win the clean and jerk.
And move into second place.
In total.
She's already guaranteed 2 medals. Question now, which medals?
Silver.
Silver and gold.
Silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Clean and jerk gold medal. And a silver in the total. And she's got one left.
Does she want to take a crazy jump here?
You know what? The risk of injury is so high. But well, hey, I don't know what she's capable of necessarily. And again, like we were discussing earlier, stranger things have happened. So.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what she's capable of, but what she'll need is 157 kilos.
I think that'll be a bit much.
Yeah, that's only a few kilos off the senior world record done by Armenia's Kripsme Karshudyan.
I would do Cheryl Hayward style right now and withdraw from the competition. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what a weightlifter does. Do I need to do this, Coach? No? All right. Well, I'll be over here sitting.
Yeah, I can be eating sooner if I pass on this last one. We can all go. Shoes off.
Shoes off, wrist wraps off.
Let's get to the medal ceremony. So here is our silver medalist in the total, Maria Valdez of Chile. There is our bronze medalist in the total, Krismiri Santana. And you can see she was just hugging our gold medalist in the total, Georgia's Anastasia Hotfried. Really nice work by these 3 competitors.
Kling, Zeiss, and Ludwig, just from a Team USA perspective over here, I mean, you heard me yelling at them. Encouragement, I couldn't help myself. 4 for 6 performance for somebody who's never competed internationally at this level, and then 5 for 6 for another young lady who's just feeling out the weight class. But what competitors, and I'm so excited to be able to watch the rest of their careers, and they're going to be doing some amazing things. But we'll see if this weight class is around for very much longer. That is still up in the air, but great job. They should be very proud.
And overall, a nice session. No bomb outs.
Here are the results in the clean and jerk competition. In the women's 90 kilo category, you see the top 10 lifters all made their openers. The top 10 lifters, almost all of them made their second attempts. And, you know, Dave, you were just saying right there it was a nice competition. And yeah, it was, for that very reason. In fact, looking through the 2 pages of 14, every lifter in this group made their opening clean and jerk. Every one.
And that's great.
Total results coming up now. Once again, Georgia's Anastasia Hotfried, our gold medal winner, 265. Chile's Maria Valdez, 255 in second. And in third place, Dominican Republic's Krismiri Santana with 254. A number of strong competitors here. Everyone made a total, which is so refreshing to see.